formula for deal storming.
And you mentioned that Dealstorming is inspired part of brainstorming. And I know that you criticize a bit the process of brainstorming as being a bit fluffy because people come unprepared. What do you recommend for overcoming this problem?
So brainstorming was created in the 1930s by Alex Osborne at the big ad agency. He used it to win the B.F. Goodrich account, which saved the company during the Great Depression. And he had these rules, but they were based on a premise, Guerric, and that's that there is no flower as fragile as creativity. So as a result, he would say things like, we're just going for a long list of ideas. I want you to go for wild ideas. Don't worry if they're workable. And please, no one criticize ideas during the meeting. Okay, so that's what brainstorming is about. For listeners, that's why many of the brainstorming meetings you've been involved with are the most excruciating, horrible situations in your life, because really smart people hate those rules. So instead, I've learned that for the purpose of problem solving in a business environment, we need to have different rules. So here are the different rules that make this unique. First of all, you must prepare for a deal storming meeting at least a few days in advance. And everyone that's invited to the meeting should receive what I call a deal brief, at least 48 hours in advance, that says, here's the sticking point, here's the opportunity, here's the influence map of who we're talking to, here are our activities to date, and here's an assignment for you, team member, to think about between now and then. That triggers the power of incubation. One of the problems with brainstorming is that we're asked to immediately come up with ideas after being given the problem statement at the beginning. You shouldn't do that. A meeting isn't an information dump, it's a problem-solving session. The second thing about deal storming that makes it unique from brainstorming is that you're going to have 3 sections of a meeting. Meeting section number 1 is we're going to have a debate about the real sticking point, the root cause. Because many times the problem we think we have is not the real problem. And that's something that we don't do in brainstorming. We just assume that's the real problem. The second stage of the deal storming meeting is what I call the opening. And that's where we nominate potential solutions and then we indicate what is our assumption behind that solution. The third section of the deal storming meeting is the finalist section. And that's where we have debate about the quality of assumptions and the workability of various ideas. And at the end of the meeting, collectively, we set the next best play. Too often in brainstorming, a meeting is concluded where someone walks out with a flip chart that has 100 ideas and they say, thank you very much for all the ideas. I appreciate your time. In this case, in a deal storm meeting, we say, this is the next best play. All of us can live with it. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And collectively, we're going to execute it and we're going to do it really fast. And that's how I've taken the valuable parts of brainstorming, collective genius, but made it more process-oriented and, quite frankly, much more satisfying to people who've invested their time and energy and a couple of hours in one of these meetings.